Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a cash unstuffing. So I went to the store and I purchased some things using my debit card. So now it is time for me to take that cash from my cash envelopes and put it back into my checking account to replenish my buffer. So let's just go ahead and get started. I have my online spending sheet right here. This is the A5 budget binder from the Aesthetic Dollar. So although it says online spending, I also do use this for debit card purchases. So anytime I make an online purchase or a debit card purchase, I put it here and then I have the date, what I got, the category, and the amount, and then I can check it off once I take the cash out of the respective envelope. So I currently don't have any change right now. I'm just going to go into my binders and hopefully this works out okay. This is the binder I have all of the envelopes we use most often. So let's look in household. Okay, so I need 23 from household, but I don't have enough bills for that. So let's skip that for now. I'm going to make change with my bills binder right here. So I'm gonna kind of go out of order. Let's start with pet care. So pet care, I need $45. So since I don't have any change here, I'm going to make change with the bills in my bills binder. I could use my rent money. So I have 2 5s. I'm gonna swap these 2 5s out for this 10. So now I can take 45 out from pet care. So 20, 45 is going back to the bank. So I'm just going to put that here. And I'm gonna update my tracker. So I took out 45 and now I have $25 left over. And then I'm just going to check that off. Okay, there are no other envelopes in here except for household in this binder. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. So household, I need $23. So I have 22 or 25, but I don't have change over here. So I'm gonna go into like another envelope, hopefully, and hopefully I can grab some ones. I can't remember what envelope has a good amount of ones, so I might have to kind of dig around. Okay, it's not this binder. I'm gonna go into my saving challenge binder because I know my mini savings has a good amount of ones. So I'm gonna take 5 ones. 1, 2, I'm gonna try to keep the good ones. These are all really good ones. 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to swap that out with this 5 right. Actually, this one's kind of bad, so I'm gonna switch these. Okay, so this is going back into mini savings. Uh-oh. Okay, so now I can take out 23 for household. So 20, 1, 2, 3 is going back to the bank. 20, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna check that off and update my tracker. So now household has 10, 11, 12, 13, $14 left. So that's gonna be it for this binder. Next, I'm gonna go into my personal binder for the toiletry expense, and this is in my necessities section. So I need $15, which is perfect. I have 15, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that here. And now I have $3 left. And then I'm gonna go ahead and check that off. I might do a short condensing in this video too, because I actually need some $100 placeholders in some of my envelopes. So I wanted to take that money back to the bank. So I might do that in this video. Okay, still in this binder, I'm going to my birthday section and I'm going to my gifts envelope. So I spent $9 on a picture frame. So I'm going to take out 10 and give myself, these ones are so bad, $1 back. And then update my tracker. So -9. So now I have 2031 in gifts. Okay, and that's it for this binder. So now I'm gonna mark off gifts. Next, I'm going to do my second, I have 2 personal binders just because I have so many envelopes and it was getting way too full. So Logan and I got coffee the other day, so I need $12 from here. So 5, 10, 11, 12. And I don't have a tracker in here because this envelope is just holding the money that won't fit into my wallet because I have an A7 size wallet and I have to fold up the bills. And I do like to have a lot of 1s and 5s for my coffee money, so I just keep it in here. Okay, that is all for this binder, and the last binder I'm gonna go into is Logan's personal binder. So in here, I need to take out $20 from his spending envelope. So this is from work. He sometimes buys breakfast or lunch at work. So I'm taking $20 and putting it here, and there's no tracker in this one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that back, and that is it for that binder. So we're all done with the unstuffing. That went smoother than I thought, so that's good. So I'm going to add this all up to make sure I have the correct amount of money to take back to the bank. So I have 45, 15, 23, 29, and 12. So this should be $124. So let's count this: 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 105, 10, 15, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. So $104 going back to the bank to replenish my checking account. But that $20 for Logan's spending is going to go to his checking account since he used his card at work to pay for all of that. So now that this video is kind of short, I'm going to go ahead and do my condensing. So I have these $100 placeholders. This is prop money with just a sticker on top, and placeholders represent money in the bank. So what I'm gonna do is go through some of my envelopes and replace $100 with these $100 placeholders so I can take that $100 in cash to the bank, so it's just not sitting in cash. I'm not going to do like an actual condensing like I normally do with like all of my bills and swap out as much as I can. I'm only going to be doing the 100s because I just did a bill condensing, and I will be saving that for later in the month. So at the end of August, I will do like a formal condensing. So this is money that's going back to the bank. I'm gonna have my placeholders right here, and I'm gonna get rid of my planner since we are done with that. So I have a list to the side so I'm not like searching through all of my binders, because I do only have a few in mind that I need to condense. So in my bills binder, I'm going all the way back to my fees envelope. So fees has 110, so I'm going to take this $100 and switch it out for a placeholder. So I'm going to put this back here and grab a placeholder, and that also means I have to update my tracker. So I have these savings account trackers. I made these up last year when I started putting placeholders in my cash envelopes, and I wanted to keep track of money that was in the bank, which is a placeholder, and then the money in the envelope, which is the cash. So I made this tracker to help me keep track of that. These are available on my Etsy as a digital download. Right now when I'm filming this, my Etsy shop is closed because I did recently transition to my own website, which is so exciting. I will have it linked down below in case you're interested and want to shop my items, since I just did a restock. But I don't have digital downloads on my website yet, and I am still kind of thinking about opening my Etsy shop backup strictly for digital downloads. So I'm not sure what the case will be when this video is posted, but I will keep you all updated, and you can check the description box for any links. So I'm going to grab my pen and write the category is fees, and this is going in our joint savings account. So I like to know if it's going into my savings or our joint savings, because my savings account has all of my personal stuff, like my expenses for school and my tax money. And so a lot of these envelopes are envelopes that Logan and I share. So this one is one of them. This is for fees for our apartment when we move out. We're not planning on moving out anytime soon, but when we do, if we have to pay any fees, we want to be prepared for that. So this is going into our joint savings. So for my in the bank section, I'm going to write today's date, and I'm going to write plus 100, and the balance is $100. And then in the envelope, I had, I'm going to put over here 110. And then I'm gonna subtract 100, and so now I only have $10 in cash. So hopefully that makes sense. I do want to update this to make it say in cash instead of in the envelope, because technically in the envelope I have the placeholder too. So I still need to make that change, but hopefully you understand like my reasoning behind this. So that is good for our fees envelope, and so now that has a $100 placeholder. I'm also going to take a sticky note and write down what account, like what envelopes are going into our joint account. So I have fees, and then what is going into my savings, because I only have one envelope that's going to be there, and then everything else I'm going to write here. So fees, I have $100. Okay, and then I'm just going to get rid of this tracker. That is all for this binder. Next up, I'm going to go into our sinking funds binder. So this binder has all of the envelopes that have our like long-term savings. So the first one is car registration. So car registration has 100, 110, 120, 125. So we don't have to pay for this until next March and next May. So I'm gonna keep the money in the bank just so I don't have all of this out here. So I'm going to take a tracker here first and write car registration. And again, this is going to go, I'm just gonna do joint for this, even though this is going to be for each of us. Actually, maybe I should, no, I'm gonna put it in our joint for now, and then maybe once it reaches the amount for one person, I'll move it to either my savings or Logan can move it to his savings. And then as we save up for the rest, actually, I don't know, because we both put money into here together. Like his paycheck, he'll put $10, my paycheck, I'll put $10, and we kind of don't fund it ourselves, if that makes sense. So I'm planning on each of our stickers to be $151 each, but I'm not keeping track of how much he's putting in towards that and how much I'm putting in towards that. We're kind of both just paying for them together, if that makes sense. So I think I kind of like it that way instead of having this expense be split up. You might have a different opinion on that and how to do that, and I don't want to get into the whole like paying for each other's stuff when we're not married, because it honestly really doesn't matter. These cars are not in either of our names anyway, so it's not like they're ours, they're my mom's. So I think I'm just going to keep it in our joint account. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So $100 is going to our joint savings, and I'm gonna grab a $100 placeholder. Actually, I still need this. Okay, so in the bank, I'm adding 100, so now I have $100 in the bank. And then in the envelope, 110.25. 125 minus 100, so now I only have $25 in cash. So this just makes me feel a lot better, so that I don't have all of these 100s in my envelopes, they're in the bank. So I'm gonna write car registration has $100 in our joint savings on my little sticky note, and I'm gonna get rid of this tracker. Hopefully this is all making sense to you guys. Next, car maintenance is good because I don't have $100 in there yet. Next is travel. So this is for when Logan and I go down to Kentucky for Logan's aunt's wedding in November. This is only going to be for gas money and going out to eat. So since we still do have like 3 months until then, I do have a decent amount of money in here. So I am going to put this in the bank, and then once the time comes, I might just take it all out in cash so that I can use the cash when we're traveling. So I'm gonna grab another savings account tracker and fill this out. So this is for travel, which is going into our joint account. So I have 100, 150, 170, 190, 200, 210, 220, 225. So the balance is 225. I'm going to subtract 200, so I only have $25 left. That 200 is going to go in the bank. Okay, so $200 in the bank. So 100, 150, 170, 190, 200. Let's keep a 20 though, so this can be condensed. So 25, so this should still be 200, 100, 150, 170, 180, 190, 200. Since this is going into our joint account, I'm gonna put it over here with this cash, even though I have all these other bills. And then this is going to my checking. So I'm gonna grab 2 $100 placeholders. So travel now, or still has 100, 200, 220, 225. And my tracker is now, updated. And travel is good to go, so I'm gonna write that here. Travel, $200. Next is our envelope for Japan. So I already have some placeholders in here, which is good, so I'm not gonna touch those. So let's see how much in cash we have. 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 155, 160, 165, 170, 175. So I'm gonna keep 50. Let's see. I really want to keep the good bills. 70. And then 5. So let's count this. 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90, 95, $100. So I'm gonna grab a placeholder and put this over here. Okay. So I should have 975 still. 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 950, 970, 975. Perfect. So 975 in Japan. So I'm gonna update my tracker here. So in the bank, I added 100. So now I have 900 in the bank. And since I added 100, I'm gonna subtract 100 in cash. So now I only have $75 in cash, which is correct. So that is good for Japan. So I'm gonna write that here. Japan, $100. Okay, that's gonna be it for this binder. And now I have one more, which is in my personal binder. So this will be going into my own savings because this is just my money. So the envelope is dental. So dental has 50, 100, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to grab a savings account tracker. Okay, so how much did I have? 120. So 120, and then I'm subtracting 100. So now cash is $20. And then I'm adding 100 to the bank. So the bank now has 100. So the total is still 120. So let's swap out these 50s for a $100 placeholder. And then I'm gonna condense this while I'm at it anyways. 10, 15, 20. So I'm gonna grab a $20 bill and put that back in here. Okay, so now dental still has $120, but now that 100 is going to go to the bank. Okay, so my savings, dental, $100. Okay, so that is it for the $100 placeholders that I had to do. So I'm gonna add this all up. So I have 100, 200, 400, 500, 600. So right here I should have $600. So let's go ahead and count this. 100, 200, 300, 350, 400, 450, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. 1, 2, 300. I had an extra $10, so I don't know if I miscalculated this or what. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Okay, no, I just counted it wrong. So I have $600 here, which is good. 100 of it is going into my own savings. And then the 500 is going to go into Logan and I's joint savings account. And then this money right here is just going to my checking account. $20 is going to Logan's checking account. So I know it's a lot, but this is what I love this part about cash stuffing and the cash envelope system. It's just so fun to me. Okay, so that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.